Hello and welcome to week 3 of classroom assessment. I hope that you had a chance last week to read chapter 2, which continued to talk about some important topics, again serving as an introduction for the course, but it serves as kind of an overview of all of the different types of assessments that we'll be covering throughout the semester. And I hope that it gave you a glimpse into what you need to know to kind of help you with your article search as well last week. So it talked about lots of different types of assessments that should kind of spur your interest. So hopefully you had a chance to post a couple of articles and think about a question that you might want to know about for our research. And the project is going to be continuing throughout the semester, where you will actually be gathering some data of your own and analyzing it as a form of analysis. So be sure that your question is such that you can ask other people about the topic. And make sure that your articles are fairly recent. I know some of you happen to find articles that are over 10 years old. And so you may find some new articles, and you're always welcome to change your research question or add in new articles along the way, so you don't have to keep what you found. But hopefully you had a chance to reply to a peer and have a peer reply to you. And if not, then I will be sure to reply to you and kind of give you some feedback on your articles and your topic and such. So you can be looking for that. But you can always go in and post a couple of days late before the discussion closes. So let me know as you have questions about my comments or your peers' comments along the way. So this week in week 3, we'll be covering chapter 6 and 7. And so I'm jumping around a little bit because chapters 3, 4, and 5 cover reliability, validity, and fairness. And I have found in past semesters that students kind of struggle with these topics without having an understanding of the different types of assessments. So I'm going to switch it up this semester and start talking about the different types of assessments first, and hopefully that helps you understand chapters 3, 4, and 5 when we get to them. So chapter 6, the video and notes are here, and this covers selected response types of items, and so I encourage you to keep track. I know it's a topic that you're really familiar with, but keep up with the different tables and charts in the book that explain how to avoid different types of errors in creating selected response items. So just pay attention to those. They're like little tables in the book. And then also chapter 7 talks about the different types of constructed response items. So again, something that you're likely familiar with, but again, be sure that you pay attention to the violations and the different rules for creating good constructed response items. You'll need to know them for your exam and also for your assessment portfolio that's going to be due at the beginning of October. And then this week you're going to be taking a quiz over violations. So for the quiz this week, it is a timed quiz to just assess your understanding of information in Chapter 7, which is the constructed response items. So make sure that you have paid attention to both Chapter 6 and Chapter 7, but for this, specifically Chapter 7, make sure that you understand the writing guidelines for constructed response items on page 176 and 180, and that you have thoroughly paid attention to those and asked any questions you have about them before beginning the quiz. So you will have 90 minutes to complete it, so it's not like a rushed kind of quiz, but you do need to be prepared because you're going to be recognizing different types of violations that may occur and making suggestions about whether they need to be changed or not. So you need to be pretty familiar with that content before you begin the quiz. And then I'll be posting grades for it after everyone has submitted their quiz and discussing any problems or difficulties that you may have. So I hope that you have a good week, and if you have questions or access problems, please post them here under communication in the class questions tab.